Madam Kennedy or Hina Japan, what to say?
Oh, Ken, hoye. Apomudin wo. Like I said, Jumano na it's tedious.
Okay.
Because you are looking at about 76 constituencies. Over 200,000 delegates. I book no. I also question to me a day. If you're more. So it's very tedious, it's very stressful. Obeka no edi kan ye. Bono ahafo Western North NHA or breaking a crack call US Sukushia team Nibia or and it's your mother balloting. The idea is like Kwaba. But here is or Kosaba. And then the on time one day, no year preco. And the Yamipa Wachana say no what starts it Savannah.
Okay.
No, I had the northern regions and also 5 northern regions, also I had no waba. It's good. One is capital intensive. It's also very stressful in terms of physically and to drain you. Because Kasa Juma and they are trying to convince over 200,000 people. Even though won't even convince you of piano. But the idea is to sell your message to majority of them. And Yeguso is very well ongoing here. Next year.
So campaign message, to say, looking from, I think the last contest was 2023. Yeah, from now till now, I can say, campaign message need to say the same campaign message, and now anybody sent, we are following the trend.
Oh, Ken, a campaign message here, Tiawa, is anchored on normal The can say. Obetimaji to me ayede am a party no.
Okay.
Say ye kind of crash here hopa ordinarily no. 2028 is not where history of voting pattern. And then aban be able power. Emra wotena power. Be a 8 years yina cycle na na. Ordinarily 2028 anka any can say MPP edia. If you are being very honest to ourselves.
Okay. Like during the 8-year cycle.
8-year cycle. Say kind of history. 1592 aban be about 8 years no corner.
Okay.
Into 2028, if we are making a case, say, you can't jepa dia, na you hear obia or Saku Druno, I will be to my day, because NDC, even though Mahama will not be there, after 4 years, Omunyemu tra Sanya day, MIA. And here, seminar say, we need Obia a very strong candidate, Obia party for near the agility, Obia Ghana for the agility. You say, a Kajidia, a independent because somebody has been marketed. Obi marketed. But at the end of the day, you can marketing for a genidia. The marketing will then translate into acceptability. Okay. And nipa yede aginitum. And your marketing say visibility. Mr. Babyano, I see you share the difference between visibility and acceptability. Visibility is a presence. Oh, you But I don't just say you talk. You na ajiwatum. But marketability say oh, but nipa yede ajiwatum. That is the difference between Ken and the other candidates. So Ken, in the probably be the agility. Oh, you say Ken, you say Ken, but Obia say Ken already or can cre. Obia say oh Ken, you are who could draw. Obia say Ken, or the Juma man obey. Obia say Ken, or the track record, the Numa will be Bia or car or yo. So 2028 is about that courage. 2028 is about Nipa or who could draw bit my day, am I? And I'll tell you what Ken will not do in 2028. So Nyanko Papa near control Bana Kenya candidate in 2028. Say easy ma 72 hours. At no point who came back to say after 24 hours wajaya day atum. No. He will fight till the end. Onyin kukuntum. He will not even go ahead of easy. Or he will fight till the end and make sure so be protecting no protect also the pieces and also the members of parliament. And also one important thing a market message, party for no jia tumuye. We know him to be fighting for the grassroots. Now, grassroots, you all fighting for Mokeke. You are fighting for them in what area, in what aspect. And in the case of Ken, what Ken is going to do, say, now go for party for and a bar, obey no mammy, obe critique Numa, opening a home yamepa, and Numano, jobs for one more certificate, and also create jobs for non-certificate holders. Which is also very crucial. Okay. Because one here, there's a party for buy one, but at the end of the day, buy so we need certificate in the MO. So Ken is going to create two kinds of jobs. One for certificate holders, and almost on your day, almost on your day, any certificate. And I'll pay me pursue idea or my Facebook or my Twitter. Okay. One idea is to be so as I deba. So now you may be, and in his private life and his private capacity, and one already, oh yeah. And you will say the faith-based organizations,
okay,
the religious-based organizations. Sorry. Mosques, those community associations and religious associations. Instead, say, who sorry, Ken, I dream Paul Mom say, or be show much a partner, and they also be operating businesses.
And sorry,
yes. And you back me, Chrome said Domia, say, Domi Presbia, who say, be a show massy, maybe you might be in show factory.
Okay.
Domi Hona say, or work to me recruit 20, and that Domi SDA. No, no, say, I show massy, it be almost so more the logistics and the resources. So, be a place before some more Sasaka, or more office be kakra. And to be a farmer who's a be a wash easier for it, no more to be a almost a way plantation we Roman for now a banner partner no more say assuming with that meeting say Dominquano, yeah, sorry, Marco 20. I'm talking about the denominations. No, be at me recruit 20 of or 100 church members as a 20 times 400. Dominquan created 400 jobs. And that is a vision Ken is coming with. If you ask me, then I can be I'll tell you in 3 very statements or phrases. Ken is going to create jobs, Ken is going to create jobs, and Ken is going to create jobs. And one thing over.
Okay. And you go share delegates now. Now say or moving from this phase to the national phase.
Yes.
Jobs now no catch delegates.
Yes. And also obey to me some party for. Let me say ordinarily 2028, if you are talking about the natural order of things, it's not for MPP.
Okay.
NDC will also want to even break the 4 and repeat the usual 8-year pattern.
Okay.
I mean, chances are that a Julius and I say, I see you. But as my Kenyan say, one more bar or more banner, they will not want to leave power. What I say, after 4 years, and who he will be on your or could do for.
Okay.
Who he will be in a near day, I will be to me on my day. I first say, oh, within a space of 4 years, my bad year. But it's not John Mahama who is going again. It's a new candidate in our day, Oba. And 2 new faces in India, and not there or no AGYAPONG but try day. Amobi. So he's also going to win power because we say just near there Kenya. Say if you don't have power, I say obviously candidates obviously or rich ideas or superior ideas, obviously or ideas and pragmatism. If you don't have power, say ideas in your emphasis be any day. Because ideas never can ever unti day.
So can better G2 media ma NPP going to the 2028 elections when amount for free say even 2024 election a constituency or JMO edema NPP candidate went to me winning.
I think that one you say much for any entire say.
Okay.
Say the popularity of a candidate matters in every election. We share Ascent Central first we can ascend off the account.
Yeah.
We on more back 96 na Kenya day if I get the facts or the figures the year right 96 no or buy. Proud to that no we need it no.
Okay.
El buy na party for no and Ghana for no ne or no constituency for say day a trouble day Emma. Okoya said 24 years. Then he stepped out. Or step out no and a party near day Lucy. It should signal you one thing that sometimes no and yet party nko for day a trouble na day amano. But a certain individual the influence acquire in terms of our constituency and a was so a same party no. Omona party for no, and NASA Ghana for and NASA constituency for us where they to abide. I give you one example. In the case of Akufo-Addo, okay, the Akufo-Addo now why the highest office I know occupy a minister
of Foreign Affairs.
Of Foreign Affairs and the Attorney General, right? Yeah. No one vice president for the past 8 years. And I was a vice presidential candidate for 8 years. 16 years within the space, and he was not really at the helms of affairs, controlling things. In terms of visibility, yes, he was there, but now only be a hold be a bit immediate, a benchmark and a judge. Yes, so Akufo-Addo's popularity in the history of MPP, we need the first round of election. Okay, 2008.
Yeah.
He won with over 100,000 votes difference. Actually, and the court time, round of a went to Mania, he needed some 0.24%, and no anchor ya a coordinator. So okay, so when Akufo-Addo win in 2016, or perform the 4 years in 2020. Na ni Ghana for be say oh MPP there o ma anya ade but the Ghana for kan almost who Akufo-Addo ya ade but the microphone anya dey amo no.
Okay.
And people then started saying say for more for Nana. I don't know man can say for more for MPP because Nanado's popularity was so high then even after 4 years oh yes na now buy about take galamsey yes na now buy banks agu yes still Ghanaian says so na now there or ya the appointees na anya dey ahamwa. So it also gives you an idea and a clue say na now's popularity then in 2020 na sad there a coalition. So to the extent says me this year to the sense na now crowd in 2020 about to acquire sa to enquire ni vote no esa course so okay now 2016 we have 5.8 million. Okay. But then he moved to 6.7 million in that very short space of 4 years, you know. So the point I want to say is the popularity of a candidate matter. Yeah. The people were voting for Kennedy Japan, they were not voting for the party. When Ken left, the people felt say, well. Now they are also on dreamers on say a lot of them crown Kotwama your presidential candidate. No. One Kotwama presidential candidate when you home was higher at pieces because election concurrent. Yeah. Interestingly, in the public 345,000 plus, ballot center ho. Pieces and still voted for our voted against our presidential candidate. So when people say oh, I don't know Ken Ntimanya saying Sita, it's a very simplistic logic that one, Ken's popularity was what was sustaining a central sitting. O free mono, nkofoni Phyllis or moon o party ne. Secondly, the presidential candidate has no coin or underperforming. The nkofoni be require nkoto ama no mpo no wato ama ye pieces no.
So Kwesi, when you check leadership, it shouldn't always be evolved around Kwesi Kwarteng. So say Kwesi Kwarteng in the nothing moves.
Yes.
And then the leadership style of Honorable Kennedy or AGYAPONG, if Sequoia's only a central MPP, quote unquote, is dead.
No, but you see, you also have to look at it from the dynamics.
Okay.
Okay. Again, Akufo-Addo, in 2016, we had 5.8 million. Yeah. 2020, we had 6.7 million. When Akufo-Addo left the scene, and then Akufo-Addo anyama, then why am I MPP in terms of so board of Bawumia winning election? Yes, so we had 4.16 million. So which means the people, the party no, Akufo-Addo and Taban or the other, or DSC no the other, you move. It didn't mean Akufo-Addo am working another, am I? But also means say nipa ne be a nabano party for any day, entum. Enti nipa, for instance, be a parliamentary no party for the president and then no. Said this is not the Kennedy Japan person. This is not Kennedy Japan. No. The people felt that they were not obliged to vote for him. So it's not really about say, oh, uniwa obinti minya de enyo. But it has more to do with free hono. What is the vacuum? Okay. What I say, and then I say more be arguing about say the Ken's popularity and the Ken's personality and it's the same thing. Akufo-Addo 6.7 million. Okay. Akufo-Addo leaves the scene in just a couple of months. Not even months, because it was still December 2024. Yeah. And our votes then reduced by 33% in the whole country. And even the southern regions, typically you realize that they are most of them are account regions, MPP aligned. Yes, MPP aligned. Or also say by 31%. Despite the fact that we had even our candidates from the north, also say by 16%. What are we talking about? Can you blame Akufo-Addo for that? You cannot, because his face was not on the ballot. Oh, party no one why they are here. You continue to go riba. Party no here in 4 years time. Party they say here. What I say? So the candidate matters. Nobody can convince me say the candidate does not matter. If you talk about DDEP, you cannot separate candidate in the coalitions, from DDEP. If you talk about dollar, maybe another dollar, you found 1:4. Na Muhammad Zahra 4 to 17. You cannot say the candidate was not part. What I say? Sabra Napko na Nkofu to be 2 years and you cannot tell me say the candidate was not part. But on Kaho, assuming with that admittance on Kaho, but at the Bonnie Bia and at the Bonnie DB on Kaho, but the Bia by the end of our candidates in the year was in the government. It doesn't work that way. So I may person what I say candidates also yeah they a Kaho. Into for behind the day and two candidates in the year they acquire also. But say as an analogy in the year there, why will you blame Akufo-Addo for Bawumia's loss? Why will you blame Kennedy Japan for Bia on your contest election for the loss? It doesn't work that way. Let people be responsible for their actions and inaction. Okay, this all share Uti Venezuela. That's MPP presidential vote history from 1992 to 2024. I see 2.8. Okay, let me try and read from. So yeah. Oh, first time no. My member will teach him.
Okay.
In 92 no.
Okay.
So MPP you say Emma Dr. Bawumia the entraso. But the way me might say for at say in MPP ni abako same in the history of MPP no. Obi a man akwanya mana toase bia no or demonstrate say obetimi e the votes na dey akwanimu.
Okay.
So the whole idea about second chance is contingent on performance.
Okay.
Why anya dia intimi fa anya de enkobio. And do you adubu here the first time graph no unya 1.2 million. Now the one says abe na adubu here kra na Rollins no mo na transition from military era to constitutional rule. This abre abato here to hon say mo pick ballot box so no money had those 92 then. Yes to adubu here 1.2 million. Unim say adubu here difference on Rollins nya was 1.1 million. Aduba here no kofa the party buy no. Ono Rollins ko nya 1.2 million. Rollins between 1.1 million votes. Still better than what Dr. Bawumia lost on. Ono ya mana nkobio. Party for no say ko wentima anya dey. Anya dey. And then 96 they brought Kofo. Kofo buy no or the vote share no ko 1.2 to 2.8 million. Almost more than doubling it. Eboa. Enti wontimi hwe Kofo anim ka say even though we find vote na ko anim no ye yiwa ye dey Efrem. What I say because he demonstrated the track record say obetimi bi aye dey. Aka ho. Then Akufo the first time. Akufo the first time we have 4.5 million. Okay, no kwade na make no di kan we need in the first round no. Okay. You call time ho here dey e dane.
So then fache me hwe graph here I mean say but my graph ni bi. So it means say Akufo do e maintain Kufo voter original. That's 4.5 million.
Yeah, 4.5.
Okay.
Yeah, 4.5.
Okay.
But you see, the difference is that even though maintaining Akufo vote for the Jan, if you want to compare the difference between Akufo and candidate Mills, then Akufo even beat candidate Mills by 100,000 votes. Okay. So he actually won the first round. And Akufo called this 6.7 jar, Dr. Bawumia. Now Dr. Bawumia takes 6.7 also by 33%. Okay. And you share a trajectory up, then maintain, up, down. You don't say the end also. And to go for so Dr. Bawumia, ebi o free her, ebi so e not nentia or e cremonintia. Nobody saying that. Nobody saying that. Nano chebe sabo some so penny Dr. Bawumia buy a to abamano. Not come for party, but say a to buy the emano. Nobody is playing religious politics. We are not saying say it's not Dr. Bawumia because of an religion. Far from that. We are saying say normal if you check the data no one performer and based on that non-performance no yeah the could be what because it take him a hammer 8 years and all the difference of 1.1 million votes with candidate Akufo in 2016 and to what they 1.7 we are looking at about 13.6 to 14 years one and to watch all things been equal. That is why we need a fresh face. That is why we need a new face in the spirit of revival. Me kwa so presby asori e koto da e fe bi in Kenya ya dey esom ebu etimi fa prophet bi no aba so ne ya be dey aba asori onu so bi tin konongo na akofa konongo sofo no ne do me fa aba dey aba asori enne bibia se bia do me sofo ro nya hadio no do me sofo no ya dey but there comes a time I'm pen focus in show church to my day ehia after 16 years of being in the helms and leadership of the party as a vice presidential candidate and also vice president of the party Papa no wayebi and 100% wayebi but baby a party need them say petumi pa dia ehu yehia obi a party for there the aginidi yehia obi okasa party for there the eti na party for them fananko na 2020 engineer the enko win election. Okay, so Kwesi Kwarteng kasaba for a day ma ora Kennedy or hine AGYAPONG ne twenkomo ene anopay about the chances of Kennedy or hine AGYAPONG abra MPP for eko omaba to also in 2026 January. Was it good summer for Kase? Yes, MPP lose the 2024 election way back in 2022. Almost one Kasa.
What is that party for them penny for be Kase? Party that's more lose Abanokra way back in 2022.
Yes.
When things got out of hand.
Yes.
What it be said? Or so now can it mean blaming the Pabako?
Yes.
And it mean you need also very the Pabako. So collectively. Do you think it's a part in this model for 2024?
Yes, you see, my menka samonjo. Let's do it this way.
Okay.
In 2024 election,
yeah.
Assuming it was not Mahama and any other candidate bar for India, come home by
okay.
And assuming it was also not Dr. Bawumia, and let's say somebody like Chief Alan and the Koya Kada anonymous was also changed. At the national level, no. You cannot be simplistic about your analysis and say it's a candidate in your encounter. But to be fair, won't mean you candidate, won't mean you know candidate yede. So, but for instance, if it will be a on one campaign is a be aboard not votes by day, ebeba, or the zongo votes by day, ebeba. No few no more crying day, Antoamano. How do you reconcile the two? Share Ubia party for about 345,000 of them. Ekotuaba. No more to my parliamentary candidate. but voted against the presidential candidate. How do you say a party? No? They are essentially saying one more MP presidential candidate. You buy a quarter out of 276 constituencies, 199 of them are to TR, your presidential candidate.
Okay.
Your 7 regions were when we need one constituency. How do you say that is the party? 7 regions, not even a single constituency. How do you say is the party?
Okay.
What I say, so yes, the party will take its responsibility, but the ultimate responsibility, especially over party for one more pieces, one more presidential candidate, and in the history of Ghana politics, this is the only first time pieces outperform in terms of the total voter share, the nominal values. This is the only first time since 1992 parliamentary candidates has outperformed the presidential candidate. Clearly, they didn't like the presidential candidate.
Was he? Honorable Kennedy in Japan.
Yeah.
Ghana for Penno as president. Ghana for Penno.
Yes.
Dear research na moya monsa Ghana for Kennedy or in Japan as president.
Say you need to step out and talk to Ghanaians.
Okay.
For instance, Oko Trotroma, a day na Ghana for the Eka. Almost Kennedy the kind of crest, some of the nearby belly, ya beto. Okwa sorry, a day na sorry America. MPP for man faka ya day, yanto. A me muano, odi kukumase, maybe a boy is tompa boy, then no moka. Trotro for then no moka. So one of the even tests in a research is also observation.
Okay.
All observe when I was shot, a day na do one eka. And what makes Ken unique is the confidence and the trust people places in him. So maybe I don't know. It's not really about Obi or suit. Now, and the Solomon want to start a tetano. Now, Aquala or near Fana Boyabo. Now, a camera banny a trap. Now, or a humble. Meanwhile, the person may not necessarily be humble. Who's a groom higher misconstrue weakness with humility. And you will be at the second say somebody who is so passionate about getting job done. Almost kind of a temperamental. What I say, we are not presenting Ken because he's a spotless candidate, no, or any or on the strengths or on the shortcomings. But I'm saying, say, the basic character traits are the ibu of mine. Say, akukudro, discipline, patriotism, honesty. It has more to do with discipline. Okay. Maybe I'm say, hey, Papa back home say, I'm also here 10
Minister
billion.
For Lands and
Minister for Lands and National. Also here $10 billion. We don't need $10 billion. It has all to do with the enforcement issue. Is that the political will? And you'll be on the presidency better on the line.
It can't beat me a fight.
The issue. Not the party for kind of party for us. On one party for is able to dare his party people and challenge them.
It's not the more reason here. Name a we baby na MPP who nya kono for. If you want for some better about them MPP.
Then more
second a support no akasa the party using quote unquote some unprintable words against the party.
I'm sure say
he was a member of parliament.
I'm sure say
on your ticket.
I'm sure say Ken me no a Wednesday. Insia Ken what the me the fancy to me nua ba me na wonya nchen me po asem me o Ken na na me di kaka. You are not saying he's a spotless candidate. Candidate we mo character trace obi awo ne de. Okay. Say Dr. Bawumia people think so humble. Okay. But then go for say untimi and fair up decision.
So if he's weak.
If he's weak. Okay. And it depends on how you see the ehono. In the case of Ken, as well Ken, I can argue Ken the party for the atom. I said, what is the contest? The contest here, Obi is so passionate about getting results. Now, didn't see Kaya party na fiti timer, you take party. Now, if you were a party here, the essay. Assuming with that admitting, say, Ken and some more catch a party. 2 years ago, even prior to the election, okay. It's a party in fire. And can you be a Jina day? And no. Also, more party for. Moonshare party for a form for no. Those are the people you should take care of.
So how can Japan bring discipline to MPP when he himself some time ago Ejina Bontia party most in Canada?
Make okay. What's the moonshare party for? Moonshare party for Maroma and the decisions are so quite near him say but mind you, sir, as more can second the party for a time. Yeah. I remember one instant. My main customer me do na penny to me for I don't have his permission MP back to put his name out there. No, what I say? Ken defend the party and then will be a day a issue against him. And you can see Okasa, yeah, na mama na ye boko ye dey kakra
okay
because o boss no nipa okoma omo a mrebi na ye nyina ye bo no mu say o ken de on twema ndc for ken de party ne say on twem and obi e use against no eh dey ye say ken say mpp for enkwasa for what is asem
yeah
8 minutes tape and on ma ko twa be 1 minute 30 seconds but if you listen to the full tape this was the contest President Akufo-Addo opani e friend Gabi me nipa na me kwatro no ho asem be die tuo ana ese osafoma for na party mpanifo kakra no mo sia party for e wokoforo Gabi fi no mudi nkomo e ka party ho asem them say owre e friend osafoma for no according to the records no o make comments bia na edentawantawa kakra ba on superiority complexes between Achemfo and Asantefo. So then somebody picked the phone and on record in some normal day or more can party new. We know they come my pro NDC station, Accra FM, so more. Now or minim dear then the Pacoele or pay. Then there is a feud between Mensia and the Achems. Quickly, Akufo-Addo had to intervene by going to Mensia. Now Amania nse say obiano one mo koye no mo interest him say that was not the contest. So when na odu sika ye party and you see the party say na ka bibia no muntia e bia kwesi kwa to because oh ni party a we here nyansa nyede anymore. But Ken as bold and courageous as he beka to say no, let's look into the person's face nipa no ye no nganje nipa ko say ade a wo ye no jimisem. So it is not a case to say he was with the DMP before you at him, but always contest is very important. Say the contest are one more MPP for HCIA one multi record or more at the command station pro NDC station. Some cotton tape no, some year do that almost brought a feud between the Asantes and the Achemson and no from say no. But ya dana no 8 minutes video na kofa 1 minute 30 seconds. Yesu okende omunipa. As of was and then we say was a second with disease of fast atom. Nam so why no did it atom? What did you so far atom was dead? Me a praise be only the praise be there as of atom. Hey, yes, Christo. About 2,000 years ago, Ora, I saw them who no musin tonto, and then Yamia sorry fee, and no mind. What did he do? He rebuked them. And the Ken only exemplified what Christ did 2,000 years ago. As of Obia no come as say bi ho near funk of void, near jink of japade, near jink of forecast. And the charlatans hide under the umbrella of God. Then there was a Ken, a president, he has to go and apologize to them. You rather weaken him. Tinano, if you did back also come and say, let Ken be Ken. Let Ken be Ken. So in say, baby, one hone and yami and de mianka, no, or any pa. And they cross some have bafom. Casano, and remember I say, boko, because you also have to understand the culture of the people. Ghana is naturally a conservative. And yet, we be any team can say, you see a canon. But may critique a certain template may weaken your leaders. You're humble, humility. Ghanaians are more interested in Nipa what track record so big critique jobs are more than who they think is humble or not humble. Ghanaians are more interested in that. Humility, road safety regulations, intimate enforcer, sanitation laws, intimate enforcer. We are not able to create jobs. Yeah, decent living. Go check it WA World Bank or more report. I say in about 10 years time, about 1.2 billion job seekers. Out of that 1.2 billion job seekers, only 800 million, only 400 million of those jobs were this. 800 million of them anyhow. Over Ghana, so unemployment rate 14%. One more year, the same World Bank will tell you say 80% actually less than 3,000 cities. 3,000 Ghanaians was through. Now we let you mobile, let you with them. After we saw car, after we saw year there. Na say you obekwa yi aso so bonsa, which your title is Gidinia. How do you live in your own country? The Ghanaian dream of being able to live in. How do you live such a decent life in Bawumia? And the memoir we are apply school Canada. One of school mo just omoko. Okwa no wa ton de mama asase na bibi. No akota Canada. Okwa no ochuba. Na ya this year aye ahofo nkofo ye de ekroso in our own country. And then the Ghana Statistical Service will then tell you say 20% of Ghanaians are just terribly poor. Net ya emaimo. And the baby I drew it's not been about yes will be a gentle, yes, or more gentle, hey your more calm, you're more humble. Which problems has he been able to solve? The baby I drew, we need somebody like Ken. We are not saying let Ken be Ken for the excesses, no we nipa, but we are saying that let Ken be Ken to be who he is in terms of the patriotism, in terms of the honesty, in terms of the discipline, in terms of nakukodro, no find day, emu omayano. One or to me, two create jobs. And the indiscipline of my own and your Juma Okana administration. So no, it won't work. That one I can assure you won't work.
Obviously, AGYAPONG, F1 pigment being cancer.
I'm sorry,
Or F1 pigment being cancer.
Now, say if you can in recent times, for the past 4 years, I say now 3-4 years or the new so at least from 2022 2023, but there is no person that has been vilified more than Ken. Look at how Bawumia is treating him. That when I take party penny, you can hear him say, let's call the guy to order. Consistently, minimum graffiti general basis. Every day, what did he ban at him? To the extent that he has a show, TV, our running party people follow. As to how he built it, nobody knows. In the American catch on, people will say, who lead the BSO or humble, as to be beer, or say Obiachi, not Yaki cancer.
Many so cancer, Dr. Bawumia Shabroniach.
I don't think say Sanam Pesemeka. Then Pesemeka comes say there are sometimes on Obi Yadiana directly. People feel say you are the ultimate beneficiary. As also a mark of leadership, you also come out and call the person.
Who is the ultimate beneficiary for Niabronya?
I will tell you who is not. Ken is not. I will tell you who is not. Ken is not the ultimate beneficiary of that.
So who is the ultimate beneficiary?
No, I will tell you who is not. But as for who is there, I leave it to the jury out there. Say the Abronya or Yamahoy. What I say? And the whole
honorable Kenya Abronya was special issue.
Special
beyond
special
normal politics.
Special day or Pidano or Buano or Mana Quenya Baby. If he didn't free so a better tour by Yahuma, Ama by Yamakese. Special day. I said, Ben Intiminka. And then a young man, a chairman, gets up, opens up a TV station. Maybe only a cigarette will be in him. And then every Sunday, Bia has to attack a leading member of the party. Nobody cares.
Can I report it?
Oh, I don't think it's about. We are focused on our campaign. That's what I would say. We are focused on our campaign. Okay. A lot of that time, sometimes give time some time. Now, Umia, if there is any other test approved to be most consistent and most reliable, it's a test of time. So, Ken is focused on his campaign.
It looks as if the prophecies not somehow on your favor. Prophecies are a Pia Bonteno. When share Prophet Bernard Chi with some of the prophecies now, a yet to your favor. Sometimes he defends the prophecy to the core, looking as if that's what personal interest be in AGYAPONG becoming president.
I elected not to respond to him because if I touch him.
Okay.
Now, sometimes you also don't let politics cloud your wisdom. Normally, we were I say Besepani kunya de hahabai. Penifose tasene banyansafum. But the point is say, Bernard. So ye asemo can say no kre, senya no kre. 31st say ebeba. And ebeba no say Yesu maya no bi anya de enwi. Ni nyina na yewu ti ebehu. Ti banchenya eje jana be de ebechere. What I say, you see, we are not banking on our hopes on prophecies.
Okay.
Prophecies are 3 key characteristics. It can come to pass, it can delay, and it can fail. We a student of Bible's jurisprudence. You realize that even prophecies can fail. Okay. We are not banking our hopes on prophecies.
Honorable Ken, was she a prophet Bernard?
Yes, was she?
After saying Opman.
Yes. Was she? I think it's a birthday in a man of friend or Chiano. Okay. Yeah, it's the team who made that decision.
Okay.
You know, Ken is not really a prophetic person. Or a Methodist. I know the Methodists are the Protestants. Yeah, I see this, I saw this, I heard. Because Munipano, yes, I'm needed too much. What
the prophecies needy?
I would say yes to some extent. Because you see, as a Christian, the Bible says that believe in my words and believe in my prophets. What I say. Until you can't be a Christian, I own your prophecy at the end. Okay. The only prophecies coming from fake prophets. What I say. And if there is anything like genuine, there is also fake.
Sure.
Yeah, or white or black. Other than that, there wouldn't be any mention point. Yeah. And it will be an abrabo and then an amount to and fatal beja whole kind of manipulations. That's why he doesn't believe in them. But I mean,
Prophet Bernard's spiritual assignment be to do on your behalf.
No, we've met him at our level. Say it was public. Make rather me any mood echo.
Okay.
Anna the birthday so no Ken. Yeah, my Ken yeah the friend.
Okay.
I mean, you know Ken star Ken yeah as of them.
Okay.
By any friend. So on we share Bernard birthday I mean so on so nipa. Sometimes you also have to use the human interface.
Okay.
And of course it's not only Bernard. And now also Pambabeka. Beleza. We've even at our level, the team's level, we meet men of God. But the point is that we are not banking all our hopes on prophecies. We are not banking all our hope on prophecies. We are going to work. ebu kwaso ahobrase kwaso kasade kwaso kasatene kwaso ye momo hu ade konti e de ken ne ba ye de ebebo aye
ya mempam se ken na win obemo showdown na
but Ken has the record say when win about Dr. Bawumia. Maybe the reverse should rather be say Dr. Bawumia win and experience the shock in 31st obey day because Ohekena he has that track record.
Okay.
So lose to 2023. No? The following day he was on Bawumia's campaign.
Okay.
But I am very confident he won't lose. He will win.